guys, can you guess what we're gonna do today? I bet you can. I'm gonna use one of my first generation IOD stamps that I got, and that's what I've been kind of pushing this week because we just got them, and when they're gone, they're gone. So I thought I better come up with some great ideas right away. And this one looks like a mosaic stamp, and what I did is I just stamped it onto this linen and made it into a pillow and did stitching around. So let's just get started. So what I did first was I cut my light tan gray fabric, and it's about 15 by 15. And you can use whatever backing you want, but I'm using this white wool, and that's 15 by 30, and you can see it's folded in half. So I'm gonna stamp on the front of this first, and then we're gonna put it together. This is my Mosaico, I think that's how they pronounce it. And I am using China blue ink, and I noticed that when I do stamping on fabric, I really want my ink really juicy on here, because it's like the fabric just sucks it up. Really, there's so much detail in this, I just want to make sure it all gets covered. It looks like I've probably covered it like 20 times, doesn't it? So I just want to get a little bit of the excess off here, because if I press down on the fabric, this may come off on there. So I'm going to kind of center this as best I can. Lay it down. So it takes a little patience in stamping. Got it all. Okay, let's just look. Oh yeah, that is pretty. So what I'm going to do next with this is I'm going to heat set it. So I'm going to lay it on my ironing board and just put a piece of like white paper or something over the top, just anything over the top, and use my iron and heat set it so the ink is permanent on here. So I heat set this, and then I ironed, just a straight line, just a little ways from the edge of this, and I ironed it back, and I'll show you why. So I have my wool here, and this is my center line. So what I did is, I am laying this crease line over the center line, and the right sides are together, so this is facing this. And I'm just gonna sew a seam down this with my sewing machine. And then after I do that, this will be finished really nicely, right like that. And at this point, what I did next on my pillow was I just did a quick running stitch on my sewing machine across the top just to hold it really well. So this is sewn to here, just a running stitch up here. But you can see on here I did my machine stitch across the top, and then I hand stitched in between the blocks all around and in different areas, and it just gives it a little bit more dimension, and it's easier to do before you sew the sides on. So that's all you really need to do for this part. And then when I was done hand stitching, I did a serge stitch just across the top, or you could fold it under, or you could do it 100 different ways. And I'm probably just gonna add some fun buttons to close this up. But you can see how nice this looks at the bottom. And it's almost like, feels it like a batting if you're hand sewing it. Now, if you don't wanna hand sew, you can, I said you sew that there, you could sew a seam right there. And when you're finished, you're gonna do the same thing. The right sides together, And you're gonna see exactly where your seam is down here. And then you're just gonna sew these 2 side seams. And if you don't, and then you sew those 2 side seams, and then you just turn it inside out, and you have your finished bag. And you can stuff it, add handles for a bag, or whatever you would like. So I hope you guys try this out. You know, it's just so beautiful. If I ever get the time, I would love to do a whole quilt with this design on it, because I just think it's so pretty. Thanks again for watching, and have fun.